All right, today we're going to step into the incredible world of Andrey Psyche's Space Between the Crescent Shadows. It's a really intimate journey that takes us through longing, transformation, and ultimately what it means to connect. And this piece from the collection, it really sets the stage perfectly, doesn't it? It's like we're diving headfirst into this universe of emotion, a place where every single line, every shadow tells a story of the heart. So, right from the get-go, the collection hits you with this powerful sense of longing. You can just feel this voice reaching across what seems like an impossible distance. But what's amazing is that it's not a voice of despair. It's filled with this profound confidence that love itself is all you need to bridge that void. And that really kicks off our first big theme here, a voice calling out across the void. And you gotta understand, this isn't just about being far apart physically. It's about a connection that feels so deep, it's like it's woven into the very fabric of the universe. So the poet starts seeing these messages in like the smallest things imaginable, the flight of a butterfly, even the sound of an ant. It's like the universe itself is conspiring to carry their love, to carry their presence to its destination. You can almost feel the rhythm of the words. It's kind of like a prayer, you know? And then we get this line, and this is where the imagery gets both, huge and cosmic, but also super personal. The poet turns the moon into a friend, a postman for the soul. It's just such a cool choice, right? Taking something as big as the moon and giving it this simple, almost old-fashioned job. It creates this beautiful, quiet intimacy against the vastness of space. And this connection, well, it's visualized here as this kind of mystical map, or a sigil. It becomes this guiding force. It's more than just hope, It's like a promise of an eventual, victorious union, a spiritual alignment that really underpins the entire journey. Okay, but before that big reunion can happen, the journey takes a turn inward. And this brings us to the next section, the crucible of the heart, which is all about the painful but totally necessary work of creating yourself. So this waiting, it's not about just sitting around, not at all. It's an intense, active, transformative process. It's like an internal forge. The language here gets really raw, fiery, and just brutally honest, stripping away any sentimentality to get to a much deeper truth. And yeah, there's definitely a warning here. This is not some gentle, easy love. That word scold, it's so physical, so harsh. It's not just warm, it's a fire that can burn you, that demands everything from you, one that has the power to both create and destroy. Wow, the poet is just laying it all out on the table here. The brutal honesty of tear me apart shows this willingness to be completely undone. It's like saying, help me tear down everything I am so I can rebuild myself into someone whole. And this line, this is where we get to one of the core ideas of the whole collection. That word mold. It's so active. It's telling you that you don't just find your missing piece. You have to create it, forge it yourself through immense pressure and heat. It's an act of will, not just fate. You could almost call this whole process a kind of emotional alchemy. It really is a trial by fire, this spiritual crucible that reshapes your soul by transforming the lead of pain and longing into the gold of a stronger sense of self. The imagery here is just so vivid, right? The idea of being in detention inside your own head, of literally carving brick walls in your mind. Man, that just perfectly captures that feeling of being trapped in a prison you built yourself and the hard work it takes to tear it down. And when you put these two images side by side, you can really see that whole journey. You go from the chaotic, almost overwhelming energy of that internal struggle on the left to this state of focused spiritual harmony and alignment on the right. So, after going through all that fire, the story finally emerges into the light. And this brings us to our final section, a world between the lines, which explores the quiet, beautiful magic of a connection that's been fully realized and truly earned. So, the big question is, what happens next? What happens when two souls who've done all this work finally align? Well, the poetry gives us this really beautiful, profound answer. The whole tone just shifts from struggle to, well, to peace. What we see is emerging that goes way beyond the physical. Listen to the rhythm of the words themselves. Grow, intertwine, merge. It all feels so gentle, so organic, like two plants growing together into something new, where the self is expanded, not lost. And when you get to this level of connection, you just don't need words anymore. It finds its home in a shared, peaceful quiet. The silence isn't empty, it's full. It's a space where you can just be understood. So after all that cosmic longing, all that fiery transformation, where do we end up? Right here, in the simple, ordinary moments of being together. And that's the real magic, right? It takes these huge themes and grounds them in tangible, everyday intimacy, making those small moments feel sacred. I mean, this line is the perfect example of that magic. A snuggly, warm burrito. It's so modern and specific and kind of funny, right? But that's what makes it so powerful. It's not some grand romantic cliche. It's a real, authentic, tender expression of care that feels completely true. So the shared world they've built, it becomes a sanctuary. Think back to that internal detention we talked about. This is the complete opposite. This is freedom. It's a connection that becomes a home for the soul, a resting place where time itself seems to slow down. And really, this is it. This is the destination of the whole journey. Just feel the language here. Ceased to flee, finding its rest, landed softly. It's so peaceful. It's about capturing one perfect moment and holding on to it. And that single moment makes all the struggle, all the pain totally worth it. And so the collection leaves us with one last, really provocative question to think about. It completely reframes the whole idea of distance. What if the space between us isn't an obstacle to overcome? What if it's the fertile ground, the very place where love gets the room it needs to truly learn how to grow?